Hello my fellow hunters and One Piece players. This is my updated deck list for Charlotte Pudding. And so let's jump right into the deck list. So to begin the deck list, we play 4 of We're Gonna Claim the One Piece. So this is just our generic searcher for the deck, and it also has a very good trigger which activates the main effect. So we can search any Big Mom pirate cards. We're not playing any Animal Kingdom pirate cards in this deck, but this is a 4 of. And then we play 4 of Charlotte Pudding from OP11, which is our generic searcher for the deck when we're going first. The only thing is, you can only search for Big Mom pirate cards which cost 2 or more, so you can't search itself. But it's a 4 of regardless. And then we play 3 of Charlotte Katakuri from OP08. This Katakuri is really good because you can trash this character and play out a 8 cost Katakuri, but in order to do that, your opponent has to have 8 or more done. So it is matchup dependent. This used to cheat out the yellow Katakuri, but since rotation has happened, we've lost the yellow Katakuri, so we now just cheat out the purple one. So we run this at 3. And then we play 4 of Charlotte Smoothie from EB04, which is a nice 2k. And on play, if you have a face up life card, K up to one of your opponent's characters with cost 2 or less, and then turn all your life cards face down. So this is good for our leader effect because our leader effect turns 2 life face up when attacking to get done. So this can put it back down and also KO cost 2s or less. So this is good for Anel because Anel plays a lot of 1 costs. And it pretty much helps us with our leader effect, which the deck really needed. So 4 of Charlotte Smoothie. Then we play 4 of Charlotte Brulee, which is a 2k counter and a trigger, which is really good. Look up to 1 card from top of your opponent's life cards, and then place it on the top or bottom of the life cards, and add this card to your hand. So you pretty much get to have a sneak peek at your opponent's life, and then you can put it back on top or bottom, and then this card adds itself to hand, which is really good. So this is a staple. And then we play 4 of Baby 5. This is probably one of the best triggers in the game right now. If your leader is multicolored, you draw 2 cards. So this is really good for draw power if we get the trigger, but it's a nice 2k as well. Since rotation we lost Beige, so this is the replacement. And it's been working out very well, because Baby 5 sees a lot of play. And then we play 3 of EB04, Viola. This is pretty much a staple for the deck because of what it does. It's just a cheap blocker, and also this card can turn all your life face down, which helps us with our leader effect when ramping Dawn. And also you can reorder your opponent's life if you want. It depends what your deck is playing against, but most times you'll be using this to turn your life face down. And then we play 4 of 6 cost Charlotte Katakuri. So this is probably the most important card of the deck, since this card helps us ramp Dawn when we go first. So by your 3 Dawn turn, you should be on 6 Dawn. So when you play him, you should be on 7 or 8 Dawn by the end of the turn, which is really good because we want to get to 10 Dawn as quick as possible, because Charlotte Pudding is a Dawn ramping deck. So this you need to see in your opening hand or get it off one of your searches, because this card is probably your most important card to play, especially for when you got 6 Dawn already. So he's a must have at 4. And then we play 4 of EB02 Charlotte Pudding. This is pretty much a staple for the deck because it helps us out so much. Dawn -2, if your leader has Big Mom Pirates type and your opponent has 6 or more Dawn cards on the field, draw 2 cards and play up to 1 Big Mom Pirate type character with cost with 6,000 power or to 8,000 power from your hand. So basically this cheats out any card with 6,000 or more, but most times it's used to cheat out an 8 cost katakuri, which is our main target. Since rotation we've lost the yellow one, so there's only one target for it now. But it requires your opponent to have 6 Dawn, so against a now it can be alright if they are on 6 Dawn, depending if they've returned their Dawn or not. But for most matchups, when going first, it should be good, because this cheats out pretty much a katakuri, which is what you really want to do. So 4 of this pudding. And then we play 4 of Charlotte Katakuri from OP11, which is the best blocker in this deck. Basically, this card can withstand itself at the end of the turn and also get you a Dawn at the end of the turn. So he is a must-have at 4 and he's a very good blocker. But because of rotation, we've lost quite a few cards that bust this card. So essentially you want to have him and the 7 cost Charlotte Pudding in your opening hand or off one of your searches. But he is your best blocker, and he's just really good in general. He can withstand up to 2 Big Mom Parrot type character cards on the field. So you can withstand your 9 cost linlin, your 10 cost linlin and other stuff. So he is a must have. And now we play something new for this deck. Something that I've been waiting to use. 7 cost EB03 Charlotte Linlin. So this is a new card I've been testing out, and it's not a Big Mom's Pirates type character either, it's Rob's Pirates. So this card could not be searched or played out by Charlotte Pudding, but its on play is very good. Draw 1 card and place 1 card from your hand at the top of your deck and out to 1 Dawn card from your Dawn deck and set it as active. So depending on the situation, you can ramp and you can set up your next turn. So if you're on 8 Dawn turn and you're -2, or even 9 Dawn. If you're 9 Dawn turn, you -2 with Pudding, then you play this out. Obviously not using Pudding's effect, but using 7 Dawn to play her. You can ramp, and then the Katakuri will ramp again at the end of the turn, which is really good. Also, this card on KO gains us a life, which is most important, because this gives us a heal when this gets KO'd. Since rotation has happened, we've lost the 10 cost Linlin, so I've had to make changes. And hopefully we will be getting new support with the new Charlotte Katakuri starter deck and see what they give us there. But I run this at 2 and it's been working really well. And another new card for the deck, we now play 2 of 8 cost gol.d.roger. Now this card is pretty much a staple for most purple decks that can use it. If you or your opponent has 10 Dawn, on the field, your leader gains 2000 power to end the opponent's next end phase. So this is pretty much needed for pudding because we're running into basically a lot of decks were running high level boards. So this gives us 7k, helps us be more defensive. It's also a 10k, so when this swings, it can be devastating for the opponent depending on the deck you're playing against. But he's a 2 of, mainly because he can't be searched. But this card has won me so many games, so I run 2. And then we play 4 of 9 cost purple Charlotte Linlin. So this is pretty much our replacement for the 10 cost yellow linlin, since the yellow linlin has rotated out. So we have to use this until we get something new. So on play, draw -1, you may trash 1 card from your hand out to 1 card from top of your life. Well, wait. Add up 1 card from top of your deck to the top of your life cards. Then add up 1 card on your opponent's character to cost 6 or less to top of your opponent's life cards face up. So basically, draw -1, trash a card, get a life. Then you put one of your opponent's 6 or less cost characters onto their life. So it's decent removal, but it's not ideal for Sky Luffy because you're pretty much trying to remove. So not ideal for Sky Luffy, but for now it's good to getting rid of some of their 1 or 2 costs or anything. The only thing is it won't affect the 6 cost NL, but that's fine. But yeah, 4 of this linlin. And then for our final character card, we play 2 of 10 cost purple linlin. This linlin is just pretty much a game ender. If your leader has a big prize type against rush, it's just a rush 12k. This has won me so many games in the past, and I still run it at 2 because if you run any more of it, it's just a brick. So instead of playing the 10 cost yellow, we can play this as soon as we hit 10, but it can be easily removed by removal. But it's just a good 12k rush, which is pretty much needed. So yeah, 2 of these until we get something new. And then the final card of the deck, we play 2 of You're the One Who Should Disappear. This is pretty much a staple for most yellow decks because if we get the trigger on our final life, it's pretty much a extra life card which can keep us in the game. Now, I've not tested the new yellow stuff in this deck yet, but this is probably the only version I'm playing of pudding until we get new stuff for Charlotte Katakuri. So for now, this is a 2 of until we see more from the structure deck. Because I'm hoping we get a new 10 drop or a new 7 or 8 drop really. But yeah, 2 of You're the One Who Should Disappear. So this is my deck list for Charlotte Pudding in OP15 EB04 format. The deck itself is alright for casual, but because we lost a lot of cards in rotation, the deck has become a lot weaker. But it's still good for casual play at locals just fine. But it's not really meta or sees any play. But hopefully we will get new support with the Charlotte Katakuri starter deck. And also I have 2 more decks in the works, which is Boa Hancock and Sky Island Luffy. But I am also adjusting my VV list since VV came in top 32 at a regional, so I will be adjusting my VV list. So if you enjoyed the video, give it a like and share it with your friends. Thank you all for watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.